it is really important that we begin to change the mindset of young people to know that your vote counts.
They don't understand that the legislative arm of government is actually a co-equal arm of government.
We have an incredible amount of potential.
Whatever it is I was doing, because of my personal DNA, it had to be of an international standard.
Which is what, seriously speaking, is all about.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Seriously Speaking. I'm sure you're surprised to see me starting off the show. So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about youth involvement in politics and national issues generally. So I will throw it back.
No, I know how awkward it was for Tabia to do this, but I had to have her open the show so we can get a feel of what we're doing here. Tabia walked the talk for a number of years, right? But we'll be talking about that. I felt she's young, she's interested in politics, she's very vocal, and she knows what's happening in Nigeria today. She's feeling it. So we'll be having these conversations with Tabia, yes, with me on set, but we're gonna bring somebody who's also, well, they say youth these days is up to 65, so I'm a youth, so is this my guest? So I'll come back, but the truth is, it's a serious matter we're talking, like we always say on Seriously Speaking. But if you don't go away, you'll get to see who is going to join us on set today very shortly. This is Seriously Speaking. Thank you, Tabia.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yes, welcome back. This time I'm starting because I must introduce Tabia to you. Tabia, well, I knew her since she was in diapers. She doesn't like to hear that, but that's the truth. And that she's doing what she's doing today, something that her mother and I, Kende Young Harry, my colleague in the past, used to wonder, where is she going to end up? With all the education she's had, we thought she's going to probably work in a bank. But this girl has faithfully waited to be in the political circle. In the course of doing that, she's been more or less like a social activist, running a column for years, first with Guardian, managing Guardian Woman and Guardian Life, right? And then running her column on Guardian. What's the title of your column again? Tip of a New Dawn, for a long time. And then even the TV show Walk the Talk, also on this channel, for all of these years. And she was dedicated. Tabia Princeville. Why?
Well, because, you know, for me, it's very simple. You know, we complain about our country. We want things to be different, but we never get involved. We complain about leadership. We say things should be different, but then you sit down and allow the wrong sorts of people to take decisions on your behalf. You know, so at some point for me, that has to stop. You have to be able to take ownership of what happens to you, what happens to the society. And that's something I've always been passionate about. And so here I am.
Take ownership, take ownership. Walk the talk of what you did. So you're walking the talk now because in the past few months, you got a job with the Lagos State government.
Yes.
Was that a better job than getting a job with a bank?
Well, it depends on what you qualify as better job. You know,
better
maybe,
paying.
No, not better paying. Better paying definitely would be in the private sector. But then if, like I am, you're actually passionate about seeing things done differently and you have the opportunity to work with people who also share that mindset, then why not? Because at the end of the day, for me, not only, so A, money isn't everything. B, the money will come eventually if you're dedicated and committed, you know, but you can't expect to start off immediately, like, you know, people say, oh, I want to blow. I want to immediately be earning X amount. Yes, my generation. But, you know, it's not possible. It's not sustainable anyway. So why not be committed, start something that will be meaningful, and then know that eventually, you know,
But there's a sacrifice. There's a price for that.
Definitely,
What's
definitely.
the price?
Well, the price is, well, first of all, you know, when you're a woman and a young woman and you say you want to do these things, people look at you a bit funny thinking, why? What is your agenda? Is it because, you know, I can be honest with you, is it because some people would say you want to be meeting a certain category of people, mixed with them, exactly, you know, and there's that whole Nollywood stereotype as well of women who are either in the media or in politics, they're there because they want to do this or that. You know, it's rubbish. But at the end of the day, if you know what you stand for and what your goals in life are, you prove everyone wrong eventually.
Is it easier for you, though, that you have a cushion?
Well,
when I say cushion, your parents can still afford to take care of you.
Well, yes and no. You know, I would say no, first of all, because at the end of the day, you know, all parents are the same, no matter what your background is. After they've made such an investment in you, they expect that you are going to
the bill.
You are going to be able to fly and soar on your own, which, you know, by the grace of God, I'm able to do now. But it is true that, and as much as we tell people, make a sacrifice, get involved, it's not as easily attainable for everyone as we would like. But then at the same time, I'll say to people, you know what? Sometimes in life, look, to make an omelette, you have to break a few eggs. So if you know that what you want is to be someone that people will look at and say, yes, this is...
She's got substance.
Exactly. Then why not just make that sacrifice for 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 years and live the life that at the end of the day people will look at and think...
Are you strange in your generation? Are your group of friends...
I'm very, very strange, I have to say.
So it's a tightrope you're walking, but you're still walking that road.
I'm trying to, it's difficult because, again, first of all, as a young woman, people will look at you and say, why do you want to do this? There's some men who might be intimidated by you. Some people who will say, oh, she must think too much of herself. She's in the media, she's on TV, she's into politics, blah, 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 blah. This isn't someone you can handle. But at the end of the day, I tell people, do you want to be with that kind of person who already has low self-esteem and thinks so little of themselves that they can't see themselves on the same level as you? No. You're looking for someone who can help, as much as you will elevate them, they can also elevate you. So friends or partner, whoever who doesn't see it that way, I'm not interested.
So you'll be very interested in joining me to talk with my guests on the show today?
Definitely.
You've heard about him, have you?
Oh, of course.
I don't want to even mention his name, but when I said he was going to join us on the show, because I've hounded him for a bit to come on this show, because he's quite very vocal on his column in these days, newspapers, when he has the time to write it. But when I said he was going to be on my show, somebody said, that big man. So I will take a break, and I'll surprise my viewers with who that big man is. Whatever the case, I senior him. We'll be right back.